This podcast is brought to you by Sun Tanning Salon. Do you suffer from eczema or psoriasis? You have acne or sore muscles? Head on in today and visit the tanning beds. They got regular and mega stand-up beds. Get that beautifully tan look that you're looking for. They also offer natural Mystic Spray Tan. You can also purchase premium products such as Australian Gold, California Tan, Designer Skin, and Swedish Beauty. There's many different packages to choose from, 6-session package or a 30-day pass, even single sessions. Sign up today in your membership and get $70 worth of product. They're located across from Masonville Mall in the Wendy's Plaza at 60 North Centre Road, London, Ontario. Visit Sun Tanning today. Welcome to Studio 88. I'm here with my good friend, Matt, the Pitbull Dawson. He made it. I'm so happy.
Nice little short drive.
Yeah. Well, where'd you drive in from?
Well, I drove from Richtown. My boy Fred over there from Chatham, so he picked me up on the way. So it's only like 45 minutes.
Yeah. So Matt Dawson, for anybody who don't know Matt Dawson,
You're about to.
he tore up the amateur scene.
Yeah, about 16 fights in amateur.
Yeah, tell us about it. Take us back to Little Matt.
Little Matt.
Yeah, how did this all start? Did you come from hockey?
I played a little bit of hockey back in my day, but I was more like a street brawler, like the bar scene, bar brawling. Couple fights in Windsor, couple frat boys, couple everywhere here and there, stand and bang. But it started maybe a couple years ago when my cousin Tyler Kirk was also a pro fighter, but didn't end up doing much with it. Started helping him train and started there, and then his coach would never give me a fight because he's mad. You're too sloppy. You're too drunk. Yada yada yada. I come to the gym to train.
Was he right? Oh.
Half the time, half the time, but some of the times, give me some motivation. Say, hey, you got this deadline to get that ready. Get my shit in check, right? Never would. So a couple years down the road.
How old were you at this time? You're what, 28 now?
I'm 28. I was about 22, 21 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple of months down the road, Tyler wasn't fighting. I was like, hey, Steve jumped on a card for Iron Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey.
Woodstock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Woodstock. I was like, hey, I know it's only 2 weeks away, but let's shoot him a message.
And that was the very first one?
That was
Have you ever
actually
competed before?
I fought twice in one night.
No shit.
Yes, yeah. First fight and third fight. It's because one of the guys didn't show up to fight Ryan that fought Tony at MTC, or not MTC, Maple City cage fight, and it was like the 4-man title tournament.
What was his name?
Ryan. What was his last name? Ryan Yapson. I think it was Ryan Yapson. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that name. Yeah,
I fought him, my second guy, and then I forget who the first guy was, but it was first. Fight rest. There was a fight in between, and then I fought third. Went 1-1 that night.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for 2 fights in one night, but you won't see that again.
Yeah. So, and then you racked up 16 fights.
Yeah. Then I just went from there. I got the jitters out after the third fight. I fought for Woody when he had that Sarnia show.
Mm-hmm.
That was my third fight. I think what bar was that at? The garage or something?
I know Station.
Station, yeah, Station.
I know the one. I was there.
I fought his boy Bo.
Yep. Yeah.
Good wrestler, good staying. It's his hometown, And as you know me, I like to wreck that hometown advantage. So went in there, and I think it was 2 minutes into it, and he took me down, and that was no. He ended up in my guard and got tapped out with an armbar. Yeah,
because you had a couple of arm bars, a guillotine win.
I've had
a lot of submission wins.
5 armbar wins.
Yeah.
So my ground game ain't no joke. I don't train. I train a lot of ground, but it ain't my go-to. I like to stand and bang. But if you take me down, you better look out. I'm a shark.
You're well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been bugging you a long time to go pro.
Yeah.
And I was telling Fred before when you're taking the league, I said, it's about time. The time is now.
Yeah.
You can't wait. You are getting older. People get older. Opportunities don't always arise either.
That's true.
So if you're good at something, why not
stick with it?
Go at it full tilt.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate, because You're young still, right?
Yeah, I was young. The reason why I took off the like last year, 2 years, I just had a baby girl. She just turned 2,
That's
so
fine.
it was time to like ease off a little bit, and
Yeah.
then wait till she's a little bit older, and then
Yeah.
go back to the grind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The kids tame you a bit.
yeah, they do, but not
Yeah.
the Pitbull. He's loose.
Fucking, I love it. Now, any horror stories? Fighting? Okay. Anything come up through the years that you were just like, that's just some bullshit?
Not really. Like
Never had any
no,
terrible, any good memorable experiences?
good memorable.
My favorite fight was with you and Shane, by the way.
Me and Shane, yes.
We
Shane
actually, I think
Monaghan,
Shane. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
with Shane's podcast.
Yeah. We talked about it. We talked about it because there was a lot of shit talking.
Yeah, there was.
Like, it was like there was so much shit talking that you thought at the event it could be problems.
Yeah.
And I know, like, you had your crew, they had their crew. They kind of was very like, you can stick to your crews. That's what people do, right? But
exactly.
and I knew there was tension. But after the fight was what impressed me the most, was because both of you were like, it's done.
Yeah,
You know,
let's have
like,
a beer.
no more shit talking. You know,
Yeah.
the shit talking is done, and it was good.
I wanted to sell tickets, man.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but even like without the tickets, just the story behind it. I mean, because originally it was Tony.
Yeah, I was training like a madman because I wanted him. Everyone wants to see that fight still, like me against Tony, because I was supposed to do it at Maple City Cage Fighting, and then I went and tried out for Team Canada before that instead of the 7 days.
What happened in that whole situation? Didn't he get burned out of it or something like that?
He didn't get burned out because
I'm not
fought
sure.
Ryan, or who did he fight there?
That was Ryan.
I think it was Ryan he fought. That one, or it was someone else. He still had a fight. Thomas still got him a fight for that one. But I told Thomas like a month in advance, hey, I'm looking to go out to try out for Team Canada, and I'm hoping to only get a 7-day suspension, and then come back and fight Tony 2 weeks, like within the week and a half, whatever it was. And then I went out there, fought, no injuries, no nothing, you know, and then they come back with a 14 days. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, I'm expecting a 7-day. You know, I didn't get hurt. You know, but they gave me a 14, and you know, it was Doctor, or what is his name that was screwing over everyone. That guy that ran OGA. Rohit.
Oh yeah.
It was Rohit screwing over everyone, right? You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is bullshit. You know, I still want to fight Tony, and then so that was at MCC, and then we booked one for Woodrow show and Windsor. So training was going good. I was hitting the gym hard because I knew what Tony brings. He brings the heat, right? So I'm like, I gotta train just as tough, if not harder than him, right? Because I want to put on a show. I want to show everyone that me and Tony go to war. It's gonna be tickets. It's gonna be money, you know. So I was training hard for that, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks before that, Tony dropped out with an injury. I'm like, fuck.
Gonna interrupt you for a second because I have to ask. When people are walking out and you're in the cage first,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
you already know what I do.
Right. Where did that come from, and what are you thinking? So if anyone don't know, when there's a fight, when he gets in the cage, he's usually the first one. He's like the home away guy. He comes in, beats people up, and goes home. But ideally, so he's the first in the cage, but he, like a fucking savage dog, he paces, but in the center, but he greets you as you come in the door. It's never confrontational. It's not the kind that's, you know, like, he's not in your face touching you. He's just prowling.
I just want you to know what you're walking
Yeah.
into.
So what are you thinking? What goes through your head?
What goes through my head is I'm gonna be in that center of the cage. If I'm in there first, you're gonna know what you're walking into. I'm gonna greet you. I'm gonna say, hey, welcome to hell. It's gonna be 5 minutes of hell. It's gonna be 15 minutes of hell. Hell, it can even be 25 minutes of hell. But I want to let you know what you're getting into right away. So it's a psych up, I think. So I'm gonna psych you before you even step into that cage. So it's me against you, and I already know I got the audacity that, you know, I'm coming out winning. I don't care what it takes, what I'm gonna do. I'm coming out winning.
And he
So-
starts from on the floor.
It starts, yeah.
And before the bell rings and he's back in his corner, he's like a Wolverine.
Yeah.
And he's on the floor and he's stretching out. And you're like, fuck, this is going to be good.
It's a
This
dog.
is gonna
It's the
be
dog
good.
stance after
Yeah.
you get in that ring and he's introducing you. I'm in that full knuckles on the ground, just waiting for it, just waiting to prowl on you. So it's a psych. If you don't get psyched coming into the cage, you're gonna get psyched while you're in that cage.
Yeah. And you handle it, like a true professional.
Yeah.
Now, to walk me through the training. How's that going?
Training's going good. I train Monday, Wednesday, Friday at my gym in Chatham.
You work a lot, eh?
Yeah, I work a lot.
Family,
Monday
work.
to Friday.
It's hard.
5:15 in the morning till 2:30 afternoon.
And then you train in the
And
afternoon.
then I take care of my kids and then I go training.
Wow.
And then I get up, do it again the next day.
Are you married?
Fiance.
So almost married.
She wants
You're
the
pretty much
papers.
married.
She
You're pretty
keeps
much
telling me
married.
wifey with no papers.
Papers don't mean shit.
Yeah,
anymore,
that's
bro.
what I keep
It's just a
telling her.
paper.
Yeah.
It's just a paper. She's your wife.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
So is she super supportive of you?
Super supportive, yeah.
That-
yeah.
I mean, I know,
call
like-
her meal prep Mel because she preps all my meals. She preps my meals,
Yeah.
keeps it live, and I'm not really a diet guy, but since I turned pro in this,
It's a different level.
You put me on the card. It's been 3-4 weeks that I've been meal prepping. Like I'm in the zone. I'm going
Yeah.
training every day. I'm eating right.
Yeah.
I'm running. I've had 16 fights, never been finished, but I've learned a lesson in my cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was the only thing that I saw a hole in your game.
and you know
was
why?
Because you smoked.
I smoked.
You smoke, and I
Haven't
think
been
I've given you
smoking
shit for it.
Yeah,
What are you
haven't
doing?
been smoking 5-6 weeks.
Yeah. Now you got a tough fight coming up in September. That fight's been approved.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
get it. You
that's-
better
that-
pack
yeah.
2 lunches because I'm taking 1.
Yeah. That fight's a go. So
Yeah.
we'll do like an official announcement.
The official
And
announcement.
in
I
a couple
like it.
weeks, we're just I'm just doing a lot of moving parts, kind of getting everything geared up, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I did my medicals with him. you know.
Yeah.
I
Oh, so you know him? You talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. I like him. But as soon as that cage door shuts, it's me versus him.
He actually is a really good guy.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, little common, reasonable.
Yeah.
Shoot the shit with you.
Well, it's professional. It should never be taken personal, anyways.
Yeah.
Like you say, you close the door. It's a different story.
Yeah.
A different ball game.
Exactly.
But,
He already fought one of my good buddies, James Clark. So,
yeah, that's right.
James Clark's been giving me some tips on the weight cut and
Yeah.
everything. Shout out to James Clark.
Yeah,
the
he's
suplex
another one.
kid.
Yeah, he's a stud too.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah.
Get that stand-up game going, and he'll be killer.
Yeah. What do you do for work?
I work at KSR, so I
What's that?
Make brakes all day. Make brakes and gas pedals for Dodge, Chrysler, Audi, all these Kia. So I do that all day.
Yeah. So you bust your ass all day, the kids, and then the training,
Yeah.
and then the diet and nutrition.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to balance.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's your excuse? Fuck. Right? But no, it's good for you. I'm I'm honored to have you on the card in September.
I'm honored to be on it.
Yeah,
You dropped me in with that.
I
June
tried to squeeze you in
15th.
on Windsor, but
Yeah,
Not
I
at
wasn't
the time.
ready.
Yeah,
I wasn't
that's okay.
ready, and then when it's time if the September card is, I feel ready. I'm on game. I'm ready. I wish it was here now.
yeah. No, that's good. Any shout out to sponsors or anything like that?
Shout out to what's it? Top Team Construction. Shout out to them. They've been holding it down, getting me some sponsor money to get all my supplements. Shout out to what is it? Gorilla Garden Glass. Yeah.
Everybody forgets.
Yeah,
That's why
Gorilla
I should
Garden
have
Glass.
warned you ahead of time. Write them down. Write them down.
The worst
Yeah.
part is we talked about this on the way here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember.
I just get the
Which
adrenaline
is
going
fun.
on the
Oh,
mic,
for
you
sure.
know. Get that hype going. Gorilla Gas Garden. Shout out to them. Who else we got?
Well, as of last week, we've been talking to a new facility for training, just a different
Peak-
level,
yeah.
like a peak athletic. They're more like a strength.
He got his mic on
conditioning.
over there.
They help.
Yeah.
They help with.
Yeah.
And they help with the athletes kind of all around. So we actually partnered up with them last week. So we're going to get an extra demographic of training and seeing how that goes. So I'm pretty excited about that. We go see them on Wednesday.
So the gym is in Chatham.
Yeah. KO Boxing. So it's a boxing facility that we rent out of.
Okay.
CK Combat just rents a spot off them. And
Okay.
then we go to town. Shout out to my trainer, Frank Parker.
Yeah.
Brought me to work now. He's always been with
Frank, Whip him into shape.
Yeah, he's always been with me since day one.
You
He's
bringing
my
half
day
the,
one
bringing
guy.
all of Chatham with you.
Yeah,
I hope
pretty
so.
much.
Yeah, it's all for charity. This event.
Oh,
Just
I
like
know,
a
I know.
reminder. I try
Yeah.
to tell people, hey man, like every ticket sold is going to charity. you
Yeah,
know, So
yeah,
we're trying to.
That's true. Yeah.
We really need to push the tickets. Really need to fill it. We have a statement to make as a MMA community.
Yeah.
You know,
Dr.
Oh.
Faisal putting
Faisal. Shout out to
Sh-
Dr.
yeah,
King Faisal
Faisal,
Rahman
right.
because again, like he was on the show, and he helps everybody.
He did my medicals, so a big
You know.
shout out to him.
Yeah.
I was struggling trying to get my medicals.
Everybody
done.
struggles, and that's
Yeah.
why he's such a huge component to this formula. You know, and to give back when guys come and they fight on such a prestigious event
Mhm.
that's has two different demographics of people,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So it's like our crowd, which is a fight crowd,
Yeah.
and then there's the people on the floor who are, other doctors and
Observers.
med students
yeah.
and pharmaceutical companies
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just people that are there for a true cause, right? So
Mhm.
it's important for us to make a statement as an MMA community saying, hey, like, look what we can do ticket wise. Look what we can do to raise money, for revenue for the show.
Correct.
So it's really cool. And I'm glad you're a part of it.
I'm glad. To be a
Yeah,
part
we're
of
super
it,
happy
yeah.
because I pushed for it. Like,
Oh,
I
you
bugged
did.
you,
You were
man. I was like,
pushing. I gotta
come
get
on,
that
man.
Pitbull. I gotta get him. That
Let's
June
do it.
15th card sold me. I
yeah,
was like, "Shh,
that was a good
what
show.
am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an excellent show.
Yeah.
It drawed me, and it was like, what am I doing? I gotta
That
go
was a
fight.
plan. I told you, I planted
gotta
the
go
seed.
Fight for Jamie.
And that's the best part about that too. Like when we went to that fight, like everybody who was there who was competing that knew Matt, they were all coming up to Matt and be like, "When are you jumping in? Like, let's go. You should be doing this too, right?" So that
Extra little
definitely-
motivation.
Even
I
Shane
like
Monaghan
motivated
after
him,
his
right?
fight.
Yeah,
was
Fuck
like,
and-
yeah.
"Matt, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
man,
Like,
that's
come
right.
on, get in here, big
You
dog."
have to. You have to. That's what I'm saying. Time is crucial.
It is crucial.
That's why if you wait, the time will pass you by, and then you can have that regret going, fuck.
Mhm. Fuck,
Mhm.
I should have did that.
Yeah, because
shoulda done that, right?
I see talent. And when I see it, I go,
And I
fuck.
appreciate
go,
that
guy's
when you say
good. This
that.
guy's. I kind of know who's who. I
Yeah.
have my picks of my guys that are like my top 10,
Yeah.
top 15, top 20. There's so many. There's so many guys. So
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in Canada.
yeah,
A lot of
Ontario.
talent.
Ontario's
Ontario,
it's a
yes.
mecca for fights for
Yes.
sure. All over the province,
Mhm.
from Windsor right to Ottawa,
Oh, yeah, you got the Laramie boys. You got James Clark. And you
tearing shit up.
You got
wherever he goes.
Shane. You got Kyle Prepelek. He just went pro, right? Or is UFC,
Mhm.
right? Just the MTC gym has lots of talent out of
High
there.
caliber gym.
High caliber.
Insane.
In between London and Windsor, I'm trying to put the gym on the map. You got Pitbull in between there.
Yeah.
You got trying to put on a show. Show them what we got as well. A small little gym. But we'll try and put on a show.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
Where can people find you?
They can find me on Facebook at Matt the Pitbull Dawson. I think that's the only thing we got going on right now.
Get your shit up.
I don't have Instagram.
Get it.
Don't have Twitter. Don't have time for that.
Get it. Find somebody to do it
But
for. It'll help. It'll really help.
my
you.
manager over there, Freddie Boom Boom, Freddie Belanger over there, will get in touch with him if you need any information or anything. He'll hit you up.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for coming, man. I truly appreciate it. And everybody, Matt Dawson.
We're
and
done.
we'll see
We're
you.
done. I thought we had a couple
Well,
more.
we got 10 minutes still?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, we got 10 minutes. Okay. Sorry, man. Yeah. I thought I was
Rush
waiting
me
for.
out
I was
the
waiting
door.
for the cue, right? Because we've been having a little bit of technical difficulties the last couple of podcasts. So
Okay.
I'm still trying to iron out those kinks. So I'm trying not to lose.
Let's talk about your last fights on Prospect. that I
In
had.
Windsor,
against Matty Hovorka and who was that? other
Matt
guy?
Haskell.
No, it's Matty Hovorka that I fought on your.
Oh,
last-
when you talked about. Oh,
uh,
you're talking about not the pro one.
not the pro,
the
one,
last
the
fight.
amateur. 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, no one expected me to stand up.
You
and
just
bang
finished him
with
with you finished him with a knee.
I dropped him with a knee and finished him with that right hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I split my toe open on the cage that before the fight started too.
that's right. Because the ref had to
you
wrap
guys
your
were
toe
calling
up.
me a velocity.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cut my nails, boy. I cut
Yeah,
my
because
nails.
the rules are everything's got to be trimmed, and your nails, your toenails, everything's got to be like super. So the referees are instructed to check that when they come to the ring. But he like you said, he just banged his toenail.
No, I banged my foot. I get it glued shut the next day.
No shit.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
bleeding,
that's when
leaking
he was
everywhere.
running
When I
around,
was
right?
running around when I first came in the cage, I cut it on the cage.
That's
So
hilarious.
yeah, bleeding all everywhere.
Yeah.
But other than that, that was a good fight.
Is that another fight you'd like to revisit?
Oh, the one that you said, who was that guy? The second guy I fought there.
Esteban Alva.
Yeah, you guys are telling
Yeah,
me
he got
the
you on. He
heaviest
got you
hands.
on it. Yeah,
Heaviest hands,
a good
but
fight.
I dropped him with that one punch, and
yeah.
then he didn't
kind of
want to.
disappeared.
He did.
He totally
did.
just. He was supposed to fight
He
Amro
was good,
Felsen,
though.
and
He
he
was
was
good.
really good.
He
He was
was
actually a
good.
sleeper.
Yeah,
Like
he
no
was
one-
a sleeper.
Like no one really knew where. Like I never knew where he came from.
Mhm.
It was one of those ones that Woody had lined up. He goes, "Hey man, I got this kid. He's real tough.
Yeah,
I think he's from Toronto.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Brampton
yeah.
or something like that.
yeah, but he was good. He
He
was
came-
good on the ground. He was
Yeah.
good standing up. He popped me a couple times. I didn't sleep on him, but I find near the end after I dropped him with that one punch, he kind of just wanted to lay on me and collect those points, just like all the other fights, right? 16 fights, never been finished. What can you do? You just you gotta lay on him and collect those points so we get it in the judges' scorecards. 'Cause if not-
Esteban Alva, get licensed.
yes,
All right, we
yes.
got some retribution fights. Esteban Alva, this is a shout out to you. Give me a shout, bro.
Shout
We'll
out.
get your medicals done.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Lining up for December.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but yeah, good fighter. He's another good fighter. And then
Who gave you the hardest time out of everyone?
I think Shane did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was it about him that was?
just that size.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah. Well, I was walking around at like 138 maybe.
Mhm.
And that's why I said I had to drop down now. Drop down to 125, so I ain't fighting these big guys that are just can't finish match. So we're just gonna collect points, right?
How do you feel about the now it's going back to the day before weigh-ins because it's professional as opposed to same day weigh-ins? Do
Oh.
you find a difference with that?
I like the day before rounds. You get
So
to
do I.
refuel. You get to after you weigh in.
I
you
like
get to-
both. They both have their benefits.
Yeah. I found the same day weigh-ins that I was on top because I only dropped maybe 8 pounds, if that, at 135.
What do you walk around at?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now, let's keep that on the hush hush.
All right.
Keep that on the hush hush. But usually I walk around at like 143, 144. So to drop down to 135 on all my fights, all 16 fights, I fought at 135 or fought up a catch weight at 140. Tyler Wilson, I think I fought at 140. He's ranked 9th in Canada. He's a good fighter. He gave me a run for my money. Him. And one other guy that came close to tapping me out, him was the Von Flute choke. I've never seen it before. And he almost got me with the Von Flute, right? So I was like, huh. And then Graham Peckham, brown belt, I think he is. It got me with the side choke. So, I've learned.
Who did you do your jiu-jitsu with?
I just do it with, it's kind of like catch wrestling. Whoever I could bring in, my boy Frank, my trainer Frank. I do a little bit of catch wrestling with him, and then we got a bunch of wrestlers that are like big boy wrestling, so that competed in high school, and I do all my wrestling. And Steve Eldredge, shout out to El Diablo, get in shape. Come on, boy.
I actually love Steve Eldredge too because something about it. I've been trying to convince him to take a fight, but do it in jean shorts. And I'm like, you need to do a fight, but in jean shorts.
Yeah.
Like he just, I don't know. He's got like I don't know why, but like a Chuck Norris feel. to him.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Do
now.
you see it?
Yeah,
That's what something about him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He likes horror movies and shit.
No,
He's like one of those guys that like I know I could probably sit with him for an afternoon and
Just shoot the shit
it'd be
all day.
awesome just hanging out with him because he's actually like he's a pretty interesting
Mm-hmm.
guy too. I like to see him take the plunge too
Yeah. I think he's
because
kinda-
both you guys tore through the amateur
Yeah.
scene's pretty good too.
Yeah, we did. I think because he had like four belts in amateur, and I've also had like 4 belts in amateur. Like rack held the rec. Stefan wrapped that around me my first fight. And then what else did I want? MCC Maple City. I
yeah.
still currently.
Thomas Armstrong's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
man.
still currently the 135 pound champ there. But now that I'm going pro, I'm gonna have to relinquish that.
Yeah, oh, but that's okay. But I mean,
You know who else I want to see go pro? Noah Crosswell. Put on some great wars.
I think he just fought in Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah. I think that was amateur.
I think, well, Nigel just signed
Nigel
TKO.
went pro, yeah. I would like to see Noah though, because him and Havorka had some good fights.
Yeah, they fought 3 times, I think.
I think 2 times, yeah, and I fought both of them.
Yeah. Who's tougher out of the both?
I don't
difference?
know.
They both got good, like
They
stellar
both got
striking.
stellar striking. I think when I fought Noah, I had to fight in like 3 weeks. So I took a strategy where I know he is a great kickboxer, so I took him down and choked him out. Matty,
That was kind of always his haul was
Yeah,
the jiu-jitsu side. The
exactly.
striking, those guys striking.
I would have
was-
loved to stand and bang with him to see what he had, but I knew I had to fight in 2 weeks' notice, so I couldn't get that suspension. Taking a couple big hit blows, right? So I played it to my advantage. I just threw a few strikes, took him down, slammed him. 54 seconds, call it a day. And then Havorka, it went a little bit longer. I didn't have a fight in a couple weeks, so we kind of like tested each other, see what each other's got. Great fight he had on your card, June 15th, though. Nice heavy hands. He fought at what 145?
Yeah, it was a 45. Right?
Yeah, I was shocked about that.
Yeah.
145.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got great stand up as well. I didn't really test him on the ground, but I think they're both pretty challenging. Like they both got good. Like I say, my hardest fight I think was Shane Monaghan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. He's
5
my
round-
double champ. Shane.
Yeah. 5-round war.
And he finished with a Darce choice was the last one, right?
Yeah, that was the last one. Yeah,
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was slick.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he was on too.
Yeah.
Super good guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super great guy. He came up to me after that fight. I was in the building on June 15th. He's like, Matt, get in there, buddy. Get in there. He's pushing me. And that's what I liked about him. After we fought, there's kind of a little bit of beef because, I like to talk shit. And then kind of simmered down. And then Shane still
talks to me. I'm nice to him. He's nice to me. He's a great guy. Gives me pointers. I give him pointers. He gives me the drive. I give him the drive. Kind of like shooting the shit with Shane.
Yeah, these are the things about MMA that I love to hear.
Yeah.
Because it's a dirty sport. And when I say dirty, it's cutthroat. And,
Right.
But really happy you came.
Oh.
Gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I
Yeah.
can talk all day.
I know you
but,
can. And let's do it again. Let's do a follow-up one after September.
For sure.
And then sit down and we can discuss the fight
Correct.
and see what's next for you.
Yeah. So you don't know, September 28th, get your tickets. Pitbull is coming to London to put on a show. And we'll see you then.
Beautiful. Thank you, Matty.
Just thank you, Jamie. Shout
Awesome.
out to Jamie.
Oh. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor, Rycor Countertops. They deal in custom countertops in quartz, Corian, Meganite, laminate, and butcher block. They also have custom kitchen cabinetry, closets, laundry rooms, and millwork. They're family owned and operated for 18 years, knowledgeable and highly experienced staff, and friendly customer service. Head on over to 1069 Clark Road. Check out their showroom today.